All right, so it is bank holiday. Not supposed to be trading today, but market doesn't look so bad. You know, there could be a potential continuation to the downside. Our price has been doing is dropping, so there's really no reason why we can't come a little lower and take this liquidity point left at the news fair value gap from yesterday, or at the gap that price created during news, right? Which is right here. Let me see. Yeah, let's do the 5 minute. It's a bigger gap, so we'll utilize the bigger gap. Okay. All right, and then we came fairly close to this liquidity point within the gap. And everybody else already took it. Everybody's dropping. And there should be no reason why price wouldn't want to continue. And we get this divergence here. We got these highs being taken, minus NASDAQ and S&P. Let's look at the hourly. We have yet to give any type of inversion whatsoever, or any type of disrespect of bearish pity arrays. We got this order block here. Price is just barely tapping into it and not wanting to close within it or above it. So chances are we can see a continuation to the downside. Question is how far? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows how far price can go, right? We got 3 more minutes to the open. Let's see how the 5 minute. Yeah, we definitely don't want to trade within it or above it. And we're getting this divergence here. More than likely, we can get a nice drop in price. More than likely. And then we have this gap from the A50 macro. We left behind some liquidity here. Boom. We'll mark it up as dollar signs. See how that goes. We got 2 more minutes until equities open. Let's see how much movement bank holiday gives us. Macro fair value gap. Yeah. Oh lordy. But notice how price doesn't want to stay. Yes, price is coming in lower, but it's just, all it's doing really is coming in and filling in all these gaps here, right? But notice that price's behavior. Every time it reaches a low, it never gives a strong intent to want to displace underneath, nor keep itself underneath. At least here. But then we do get a proper closure here. So we're working within this range currently. Let's keep that like this. Boom. Broken discount. Yeah. Very, very, very good chance that price may want to continue to the downside. We'll snag a nice little 30 points. Let's see how price moves here. see, did it grab everything? Nope, I left this behind. Now there's a good chance that we fill in the entire gap, right? The entire news gap, because price hasn't done that yet here. Let's hide this real quick. All right. And there's a good chance that price may want to reverse after taking these lows. Beautiful. We do not want to see price close above. All right, sell stop. It's very rare that I do sell stops, but sell stops at 908. 908 sell stop. 22,908. Let's see how this goes. Let's see how the 15-minute is going. 5-minute. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so now we're just going to wait and see. Now we're just going to wait and see. All right, so we get stopped out. We're gonna go ahead and see if we get a re-entrance here, because if price is really not wanting to come down, it shouldn't come back down to this area. It really shouldn't. We are down 10 points on that one. Not much movement is going on, but yeah, we just wait. We are just going to wait. Yeah. right, this is our second attempt here. Let's see. How price reacts relative to this low. Can we get a closure underneath? Beautiful. Let's see how it reacts here. A closure underneath would be wonderful. Oh yeah, we're all pushing. If it's coming this close to the gap, there should be no reason why we don't fill in the entire gap. All right, and as soon as price can give me a tap underneath here, stops at break even. Right now, stops will be at 50% risk, which is 913. Okay, that's our stop loss for right now. Let's see how price continues. I really want to see a closure underneath here, or here too. Yeah, we don't get that yet. Closing within the gap, this news fair value gap would be great. Okay, as soon as we get this low here violated, stops will be put. Yeah, stops will be put at 10 points. 10 points profit so that we can secure the day at break even at least. All right, stops at break even on this one. Beautiful. Because remember, I wanted price to violate this before putting stops at break even. I want to check on the 5 minutes, see how that's moving. Oh my Jesus, that's so beautiful. Let's go. If this 5 minute can give us a lower close, that would be very, very wonderful. Very nice to see if we can get that. Very, very nice to see. And we get a closure underneath this liquidity point right here, this swing low right there. Beautiful. It's showing continued strength from price. And we're all coming down low. Yes, sir. We're all taking lows. You can barely see any data here, but we can still see prices attempting to come lower. Yeah, my stops here should have been this high, because clearly if I'm being bearish, I don't want this high to be violated, but for some reason I expected some type of volatility as soon as price came below this wick here. It got created during the 9:30 candle. And now we are working within this 9:30 gap right there of this morning. Let's see. See how price behaves. Salute the 5 minutes. Can we close underneath this here? Yes, we do. We got it. Price is showing some type of strength, because if not, I would have completely rejected this swing low and closed above this gap. This at least gives me, I guess you would say, hope, right? Or the thought of price having strength to the downside, or weakness, if you will. And everybody's doing the same thing. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, let's delete that. All right, stops at break even. We get stopped out. Beautiful. I mean, not beautiful, but yeah. Wow. Oh yeah, this is very wonderful here. This we will not miss at all. Buy limit right there. It's 911. Okay, we're in on this one. We have to be in on this one. All right, price tapped on. Price tapped in again, and we are going for. I promise you, this is not gambling. This is expected because we are in a signature protocol for the day, and I will explain that another time. And we have all of this over here. Price can target there. Beautiful. Okay, we could target all of this here. So we're gonna go ahead and, all right, 40 points right there. Beautiful, 40 points. As soon as price can give me a closure above this macro fair value gap, stops at break even. Because then I would assume that this BPR or this gap would be a breakaway gap. And as of right now, stops would be, yeah, we'll put stops at break even right now. Because if price does come back down lower, it could just continue going all the way here. Only because we got the current state of delivery of this gap itself. As price utilize it. Yep, let's go. All right, so being able to adapt to price is something very, very crucial in trading. And it's not that, oh, price moving away, oh, let's chase it. No, that's not what I'm doing here at all. Price already took liquidity. And we're within a seek and destroy protocol today, meaning price, all it's been doing is dropping. And for the past, for the entire morning before the market opened, it's just been consolidating. What does that mean? Price is building up orders, taking orders, reversing, going to the opposite side. And this here is a clear depiction of a reversal here. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. This is a clear reversal, inverting the 930 gap. Like, how much more significant can you get? It's obvious, or at least to me it is. At least to me it's obvious. So, we're still down 10 points. We got all of this to go. We got the macro high here. Let me tell you, now, this is something crazy. Price can literally from here drop all the way down because what do? We grab the liquidity, but not just any liquidity. We grabbed a liquidity point that was created during a period, right, in which price has some type of significance when trading. This is a macro. Over here, this is London session. So any liquidity created in here is highly sought after, is very significant. Can cause price to react significantly. And so does this here. This liquidity point. Okay. Can you give me my 40 points? Now, I only left this setup behind because it's the only setup that caused any effect to our performance of the day. You know what? I'll be okay with just 30 points here. Wait, let me see something before I go ahead and do that. Let me go to the 5 minute. Nah, price can definitely take these here. What I don't expect is for price to come in, take all of this. retracement back to the 930 gap is doable. It's doable, and we aiming for an immediate rebalance here on the 5 minute. So let me just mark it up as a 5 minute IR, 5 minute immediate rebalance, so we can know what that is. If price comes down to this point, it's normal. It's very normal. Keeping in mind that the gap here, this news gap, was initially used to bring price up. So the state of delivery of this gap is bullish. But I did expect for some type of manipulation beforehand, taking this liquidity before doing so. And price gave me an early indication that price is ready to continue without coming down and taking this liquidity point. On top of the fact that Nasdaq has the most strength out of everybody, because Nasdaq is the only one that hasn't taken that low. Everybody else has. Right? This is the same low here. Right there. Everybody took it. This low right here, everybody took it. Okay? Now, it sounds complicated when I explain it that way, but it really isn't once you give yourself enough time to build up the pattern recognition for yourself and understand all these concepts and understand how to correlate them, how to put them together, how to stack them up to your favor. And be prepared for circumstances you don't expect. I didn't expect this reversal to happen just yet. At least just yet. Let's see how price behaves in reference to this macro fair value gap, which is now obviously a macro inversion. Very powerful. When a gap is initially used to go a certain direction, like this one here, and grabs liquidity, when that same gap gets inverted, it's very, very powerful, becomes a very, very significant change in state of delivery. So we should be continuing to the upside. And price is already resisting coming down below it, coming down back below it. Very wonderful. We got the macro about to open in about a minute and a half. We should be seeing some type of continuation to the upside. I am not sure how far price can go, how high up price can go, but we're not going to be aiming that far. It's bank holiday. Shouldn't be on the charts right now anyways. Easy targets. So at the equilibrium of this 930, well, we can call it 930 inversion now, but we have liquidity right here. All of these equal highs. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it's low resistance. So we're going to mark it up as low resistance. Beautiful, beautiful. So much for price to take here. Okay, we get that 5 minute immediate rebalance right before the macro. And this is something very powerful. If our bias is correct, if our directional bias is correct, this is very powerful. We should be seeing continuation to the top side. If we reject, it'll be a lot more probable for price to continue higher if we close within this inversion. Okay, we cannot close underneath. Okay, that's beautiful. We're within it. That is beautiful. Now, that alone doesn't mean anything. It just indicates the possibility of continuation to the top side. Now let's see what happens. Because price can very well still drop, manipulate, right? Because that's what we've been doing all day, right? Although we expect a certain price action from price or from the market, price can manipulate and still come down lower, maybe tap into here, right? This 930 inversion, and then continue to the top side. But if we get stopped out, break even, that could be the last trade. We're already down 10 points. I don't need to enter the markets again and risk again. Just unreasonable, you know, very unreasonable. Okay. Let's see how the 1 hour is doing. Okay. 15 minutes. Wonderful. 5 minute. Let's see if we can get continuation. Alright, let's delete this. Price already targeted. It is no longer needed. Price already targeted this. Let's just clean the charts a little bit here. Alright. Alright, where would my 10-point stop be? 21. Yes, relatively close. Price can hit it. Let's see. Because I really do want to move this to 10 points profit so that we can at least end the day at break even, right? Break even is better than a loss. Okay. Can we get some movement here? The hourly candle's about to close in about 6 minutes and a half. Okay, as soon as price can reach above the high of the week, which is I have this wick over here, or this candle, we're moving our stops to 10 points. Oh. Let's go, baby. Wonderful, wonderful. For the macro to give us something like this, beautiful. It's inching higher. That's what we want to see. Price is telling us it wants to hang out up here. Price is telling us where it wants to go, the direction it wants to be at. Although it's not a strong displacement yet, but the bodies are telling us the direction it wants to go. This strong displacement right here is a lot more powerful than what price is creating here. But notice how price's body is above that. It's telling the big brother, hey, we're higher than you, haha. You know, like, I don't know how to explain this analogy, but, or, I'm sorry, I don't know what type of analogy to give off to explain this properly, or to explain this the way I perceive it, or I understand. But yeah. We got 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes until the close of the hourly candle. We're moving beautifully. We're moving our stops to 5 points profit. All right, so here we go. We got 5 points. So we are guaranteed, at this point, we are guaranteed to end the day. Let's delete this. Nah, let's keep that there. We're guaranteed to end the day at 5 points drawdown. So we're going to change this into -5 points, because we're guaranteed to end it there. So why not? We're at -5 points for right now. Let's go. We got the hourly candle closing fairly soon. Fairly soon. So the entry here was the high of this gap. Wonderful, wonderful. And price hit that almost exactly. The low is 10.75. We witnessed on this trade a 1/4 of a point drawdown. That's it. A 1/4 of a point drawdown. How wonderful is that? Now remember when I explained, if we get a closure above here, I don't expect for price to come down to this area, this gap, because as soon as price closes above a PD array that is meant to give a reaction to price to come back down after creating a gap, this now becomes a breakaway gap, because price utilized this gap as a crutch above to continue. So therefore, this is utilized as a breakaway gap. Now, if price comes back down to it, because it is now a breakaway gap, price should give off a strong reaction as soon as it comes inside. Whether that reaction is dropping straight or rejecting immediately. But it should give a strong reaction. It shouldn't be consolidating inside. As soon as price touches it, it should give a strong reaction to price. And we got 2 more minutes to the close of the hourly. Let's see how the hourly is closing. Wonderful. The body is inching higher. 30-minute, again, body is inching higher. It's not much. 15-minute. I don't like it. I really don't like it. We're not closing above here. It's not showing continued strength within the market. I mean, it is bank holiday. We can't expect much, but 5 minutes looking pretty decent. But yeah. Ooh, stopped out 5 points. Okay, -5 points on the day. But notice how we're not closing underneath here. Price is rejecting it, and the hourly open is about to come through. Beautiful. Thank God I put stops at 5 points. -5 points on the day. We could definitely get break even. We're gonna find a nice little 5-point trade. Super easy. We're ending there, break even. I don't know if my confidence is a bad thing, but I'm not here forcing trades. I'm waiting for proper confirmation and analyzing price properly. Now, in order for us to get us set up to continue higher, we need to close back above here. As soon as we get that closure, we'll enter. Nope, we don't have anything yet. But if we do get above here, if price somehow flies up to here, this would be a buy stop. at 932, and we're taking it just 10 points there. Let's see how the hourly is doing. Yeah, we're not wanting to hang out on the top side. Very good chance. Oh, let's go. Yeah, we could be seeing a continuation to the top side. There's strength within the markets currently. Everybody's taking highs, and so should NASDAQ. Now, that concept of correlation where everybody's supposed to be doing the same thing does not work all the time, depending on what liquidity is taken and who has the most weight in form of liquidity. For example, earlier this week, I think it was on a Tuesday this week, NASDAQ took previous year's high. Nobody else took previous year's high. And in that morning session, ES and Dow Jones took London's high and minus NASDAQ. But doesn't mean NASDAQ has to go get it. Think about it. NASDAQ has the most weight. It has the most liquidity in its arsenal. Previous year's high. Nobody else has it. The fact that everybody's taking London high after that, and NASDAQ isn't, NASDAQ is showing weakness, is showing some type of rebellious behavior against the other two. It makes sense. It has the most liquidity. It doesn't need to go up higher. It could continue to manipulate lower. And that's exactly what price did that day. How wonderful. How wonderful. How wonderful. Okay, so at this point here, we just wait and see what price does. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end it at break even. Yeah, it's not a good day to trade. I want to get off. I got things to do, and we'll go ahead and take it at 5-point profit. So buy stop 932, take profit 937. But of course, if we get an early entry, we'll capitalize on that early entry and take advantage. Let's see how 5-minute is doing. Oh my Jesus, look at that. Look at that right there. That happened before the 10. Wow, right before. Crazy. Crazy. Let's see the 5-minute, how that's doing relative. Okay, 15, 30. Okay, let's go back to the 1 minute. Okay, we're going for it. Remember, closure above, early entry. Closure above, early entry. We're still working within this bullish range the price created on this reversal. Right here. Price is hanging out where? On the premium side. On the top side. Price already retraced and rebalanced all of this here. There should be no reason why price will want to come back down. Number one. Number two, price consolidating where? Higher. Price is hanging out higher. It's telling you we want to see higher prices. We want to hang out on the top side. But until we get a proper displacement, we don't have anything yet. But this is just an indication, basically. So there's nothing highly probable. There's no setup. There's nothing here. There's nothing to trade here at all. All right, price should not by any means come back above here. Which means what? That's gonna be my breakaway trade or my breakout trade for 5 points. Let's see how price is doing here. Yeah, we should be seeing some type of continuation. The hourly candle started here. This is its first tap into the 930 gap. And if price comes up this high, it has to take this. And yeah, okay, we'll go for 10 points. 5 points profit for today. That's gonna be very funny to title. I don't know how I'm gonna title that. 10 points on the day. I mean, that still counts as a profitable day. 10 points, no matter how small the profit, a profit is a profit. No matter how small of a profit, a profit is a profit. Man, there's no more water in here. What am I doing? Okay. Buy stop is now at 927. Buy stop is now at 927. And then of course, once you get triggered, stop loss is 917. 917. Oh yeah. Over here we got stopped out in profits here. Let me see. We got stopped out in profit. So let me just mark it up as 5 points there. And we got stopped out on this candlestick right there. Alright, let me just make it smaller. We got 5 points on this trade here. Just organizing it so that it's not too much going on the screen. Okay, we come back down, we sweep whatever this is on the lower time frame, on the seconds time frame, 15-second time frame, very, very, very scaled in. Let's see if we get continuation higher. Come on. I know you can do it for me. By the way, this is very expected. Very, very expected for price too. At this point, this macro gap is insignificant. Price is not really reacting strongly towards it. We just reclaimed it, so it's staying beneath it. There's a good chance that we come back down and take here, and if price does that, we're not going to take it, but we will see how price reacts once it does reach it. That's this point. See how price reacts around this area down here. Patience. Patience. Patience pays, to be honest. Just waiting, and waiting. Kind of sucks, but it beats, it beats being stressed out and doing work for someone and just being behind a computer for someone for hours a day. I'm talking about 8 hours a day. And not even that. What's even worse is labor. That's even worse. You want to talk about, oh, we're being patient for an hour and a half. Dude, you're sitting on your ass for an hour and a half, being patient, waiting for price to tell you. Literally, it's almost like a cheat code. You're waiting for price to tell you what it wants to do. Like, how much easier can get? I mean, it's not easy, but over time you understand how to react with price, not against it. But it's something that is built up over time because, again, psychology comes in. And I don't know why I'm talking right now. I'm just filling in the gap because we're waiting for a proper setup on a bank holiday, which is crazy. I don't know why we're still here, but we can still see some proper movement today. Even though it's not much, but something is something, right? Let me see here. Yeah. But yeah. It took me a while to understand, and with the help of a friend who's always pushing me every day, always giving me daily calls. Hey man, we gotta be better. Hey, I want to see you do better. Hey man, your psychology, bro. Da da da. And then finally, I got the aha moment, a light bulb, a ding, a little ding, right? And I need to perfect my psychology, because no matter how much technical analysis skills I have, no matter how well I'm able to read price, if your emotions aren't in check, or if you don't understand how to utilize your emotions to prevent bad performance, then whenever you take those wins, your overconfidence will kick in, and then you start to approach the market in such an irrational way, and you start making decisions based on the fact that, oh, price can't go against you, it can't possibly go against you, and then you mess up. Or you take a loss, and you let that emotion build up and accumulate over time, right? A matter of days, weeks, and it bursts out all in one day. Weeks of progress killed. Or it doesn't even take that long. In just a matter of minutes, seconds, it gets out of hands, out of control, and now your emotions are controlling you. And you start making decisions you wouldn't have if you're in a clear mind, if you're collected, if you're calm, if you had just a clear mind. It's hard. Same way it was hard to learn price. It was hard to do this and that. It's hard to go to the gym. It's hard to lift up that weight, get stronger. It's also hard to get better with yourself, understand yourself. It takes time. Great things take time, guys. I know it's not much of you guys here, and I don't know who really is here right now at the moment, because I have yet to be tech savvy with this whole YouTube live stuff. But for the future people that watch this, you're just starting. So what? You're not getting it. So what? It's still hard, still confusing. You gotta give yourself more time, duh. Give yourself 3 years, at least 4 years. You're 6 months in, bro. You're 1 year in. These are the learning blocks. You're supposed to continue learning. You're supposed to go through these hardships, because it's not going to be easy at first. You gotta get through those obstacles, until you're able to graduate from 30 pounds to 40 pounds, 40 pounds to 50 pounds. Keep going. You're only getting stronger. Yeah, it hurts in the process. Duh, it's gonna hurt. When you lift up that weight, go back home, the pain will be there. You know, you get on these charts, you're learning. And the pain from not getting it right still. I mean, shoot, it's gonna hurt. But keep going. Don't stop. Don't give yourself enough time to learn. Don't quit too early. Anyways, price is not moving. That's all. But all of this here is nice to see, though. It's very nice to see all of this here. Not wanting to come any lower. Price is behaving beautifully here in this area. Can this be it? Can this be what we've been waiting for all along? Let's see the 15 minute. Yeah, all right. Let's see here. Equal highs. Oh, I thought that was it. Hold up. Okay, 15 points. 22,942. Take profit. 22,942. Sorry about that. So backside liquidity. Price can go up to here, but this is good enough. This is good enough. And then as soon as price comes to here, stops at break even. Notice how I say as soon, as if I know where price is gonna go. I don't know where price is gonna go. I just have I just look at probability. There's a good probability, a high probability that price may go up here. Doesn't mean it has to. Doesn't mean it will. But if price does come and take this here, or when it does, stops at break even. This could be a wonderful entry. This right here. This little mini gap right there. That could be a good entry. But it's the fact that we're working within this range here. From this high all the way to this low. And all we're seeing is consolidation. And we got equal lows here that price left behind before coming up over here. And where's price currently trading at? This micro inversion, or it got reclaimed, so let's just say micro gap. It's a point of interest, or a level in which price can give off a reaction. And currently, we're not doing much, but aiming below. The only time it had to come above it, it didn't stay long. The behavior of price told us that we want to stay lower. But in the macro, right, perspective, in the bigger picture, where are we? We just tapped into this new fair value gap. That price initially liked to do what? Spool up, right? Come up, push up dramatically, okay? And as soon as price came down and grabbed whatever liquidity price left behind here, all of this here, what do? We reverse, gave off a strong indication that we want to reach higher numbers, deliver higher. And for as long as we don't invert this, the probability of price reaching higher is there. It's still there. And everybody, okay, this area here, pre-macro buy side, pre-macro, right? Everybody took it. This buy side liquidity, everybody took it. It's gonna take some time, but let's see here. Let's hide the high of the week because it's just in the way. Actually, let's delete it. We're not gonna need it for next week. This is the last day of the week anyways. It's just to clear out the charts a little bit. Alright, this immediate rebalance is not needed. Price never really respected that concept. And yeah, we got 9 more minutes until the 10:30. 9 more minutes until the 10:30. And if any entry was set here, stop loss would be below the candlestick that created the gap. Right? But a gap is a 3 candlestick formation. 1, 2, 3. So really, the stop loss should be down here. But either way, stop loss should not be the bottom of the gap. It should be somewhere down here. If anybody entered it, I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. It's not strong. There's no proper displacement. Nothing obvious. $30-minute candlestick is about to close very soon. We got the opening range high here, which is where I want price to meet before pushing stops to break even for this trade that price may trigger. Let's see how the 5-minute is going. Okay. Alright, so we should be seeing continuation after this high gets rated. So now our buy stops are at 925. 925 buy stop. And we'll do, okay. Yeah, we should be seeing a some type of strong momentum to the top side, kind of like a breakaway, right? There should be no reason why price will want to come back down here. So our stops will be 5 points if we do get triggered for this buy stop. A lot of patience. Here go. Here we go. Can we get some type of continuation? Oh no, this is taking forever. I've been on this stream for an hour. Hopefully next week I can get a nice little 20-minute stream, 30-minute stream. That would be wonderful. Yeah, we've been here for quite a minute. 30-minute time frame is about to close the candle. Or, yeah. In about 4 minutes. We got 4 whole minutes. Let me see the 15-minute. It won't have any problem coming up and staying up. Okay. 30-minute won't have any problem coming up, staying up before the 30. Alright. Beautiful, beautiful. Now let's see how this moves. Alright, we better get tagged in. And there we go. Game on. Moment of truth. Right here. Moment of truth. That's not what I want to see. Come on, close above, at least close above that macro inversion or the macro gap, which is now an inversion again. But yeah, okay, let's just put it as a macro gap here at this point. I mean, still an inversion. Let me just leave it alone. All right, we got 2 more minutes. Price is looking wonderful for continuation. Come on. If you can give me a closure above this here. Ooh, let's go. Finally. That took 5 ever. Yo, I gotta stop with these sayings. I don't know why I'm doing that. Closure above showed continued strength. Beautiful. We got 1 more minute to the close of the 30-minute candle. Looking wonderful. Stops are about to be put at break even very soon. Very soon. This would be the stop loss here. And here we go. 20 more seconds. Come on. Come to Papa. Very small trade. It's okay. 10 points profit on the day is better than nothing. This would be my 3rd winning streak on the live. Wonderful. On a bank holiday. Holy Jesus. Woo! Bank holiday, baby. Let's go. Come on. Come on. I know you can give me that. Patience pays. Patience pays. Come on. Price should give us a nice push from here. A nice push. A beautiful put. Ooh. Let's go. All right. On a bank holiday. 10 points. Gorgeous. Okay.